I suppose, a sense that it's over and that's a positive thing in some way, but absolute determination that Jo's legacy, it's not about how she died, it's about how she lived. And Jo was somebody who approached the world with love and compassion, as Kim said, and who had a lesson for us all in how to get things done in politics, which wasn't to cart from the sidelines, but to enthusiastically fight for the causes you believed in. And I know that there's a lot of people, you know, in Jo's party, in the Labour Party, but across all political parties, who are thinking tonight about how they can be a little more like her.
And in a way, you've answered the question as to how we should think of the murderer. Is there something significant about this man?
No. You know, if he had any aim in his act, he has totally failed. Yeah. Because that hate that clearly drove him in some sense was met, you know, with this massive outpouring of love. You know, the messages that have been received by everybody, you know, the determination that the British public showed that we would say this is not what our country is really like. Actually, we're people who listen to each other and who, you know, are full of acceptance for each other and value diversity. So, in fact, the outcome has been the complete opposite of what he might have hoped for.
There was that outpouring of love, and everyone remembers those days very clearly. But has anything changed, Alison? Do you think, in fact, people have the discourse? We've been reminded of how not to do it, or do you think actually the discourse, if anything, has got more virulent and acrid over the year?
Well, I think it was actually George Osborne who, when he cancelled his speech at the Mansion House to pay tribute to Jo, said that she had changed government policy. So I think that's a demonstration of what actually can be achieved if you stand up for what you believe in. And I know lots of people who ask me about Jo and who want to follow her example, and we will all take forward the causes she believed in, whether it's Rachel Reeves leading on loneliness, or on Syria, you know, Andrew, who was in the film there, and I will continue to fight for civilian protection. So the world can be changed, and I and others simply won't give in to a council of despair. We will continue to stand for the principles that Jo believed in.
The politics of hate has been a big issue. I mean, obviously in the States it's been an issue, increase in hate attacks. The Trump election has led to more division. When it comes to that, do you see it, I think in a way that I think one or two of the people in David's piece did, do you see it as a particular feature of what we call the alt-right, the extreme right, or do you think it, in as far as it's a problem that goes a bit more widely?
Look, I think there's an old story here, which is at times of economic trouble, you know, at times of difficulty, it's very easy for some in politics to exploit the fear and insecurity that people feel and say, oh, no, your troubles aren't because of economics or because of the government, therefore because of people just like you who happen to be foreigners, or whatever the languages they use. And actually, I think it's incumbent upon those of us who believe that people are basically, underneath it all, the same and have the same hopes and dreams and aspirations, to stand up for what we believe in and say, actually, you know, that hate won't get us anywhere. That's not who we are. That's not what we believe in. We do things differently. You know, we will all take care of each other. And that, in the end, is the answer to that hate. We stand up to it with love.
Very, very quick one. MP's safety became a bit of an issue, obviously, after. Has anything changed on that? Has there been measures being taken behind the scenes?
Look, of course it has. And in fact, what was shocking was that Jo was in the place where most of us would feel we were most safe, in the heart of our constituencies. But of course, people have thought through security and safety. But you know, the police and others are very good, and they make sure that us, and more importantly, our staff as well, are really safe. They take care of us well.
Alison McGovern, thanks for coming. Thanks.